to the cross. If it wasn't for the cross, I wouldn't have found my way back to Raylene and my family. We come to love not by finding the perfect person, but by learning to see an imperfect person perfectly. I would like to thank Raylene. This topic here we could talk about for a few days. If I really went into it all, love began with a necklace getting taken, and the only way I was getting it back was a kiss on the lips. 20 minutes later, getting smacked in the face because I liked her friend. It just wasn't a good scene back then. And this was when I was like 13, guys, so 11, sorry. So give me some grace. I'd like to thank her for the grilled cheeses and the showers. I wasn't eating the grilled cheese in the shower.
What were you doing in the shower?
I want to thank her for putting up with me. I was a great deal to handle. Still am, but more bearable. For our beautiful children, they're better looking than most. I'm sorry. For the love that we have for one another. For our growth. Our growth is immense. To the next 60 years. I have learned that being broken is a good thing. For some of us to get to the point of being broken, it is a very, very hard and broken road. But if you just look around with open eyes and ears to ears, the broken path doesn't have to last forever. Even though I fail all the time, I learn fast because the depth of my previous brokenness led me to be humble and stronger than ever. I think before I speak sometimes, think before I act. I'm more caring, harder working, loving, less self-seeking, more compassionate because of Raylene and my kids. I've become a light in other lives because when people look at other people and say there is no hope for that person, I know there is because the cross and people who love you and care about you, all things are possible. I'm good. I'm sure there is many things that brought my life to the amazing state that it is right now. Like a praying mother, and a family, a woman who loved me through all my garbage. But a man I want to talk about today was Rick. For the conversation we had in a parking lot at Starbucks, that day changed me forever. That day for me was like the day someone has been in Visalis and decides to go ambassador. After being in Vi for 2 years, for me I was in life for 25 and it just clicked. The race began. Within 1 year I got my grade 12. Rob, not my GED. I got my OSSD. He wrote that to me in a letter. I got a job at Ramkey, and within the first 5 months I became #1 in sales in Ontario. Within 7 months I got offered a job at Rogers and been doing great ever since. What I am getting at is life is all about being broken and changed. I would like to thank my amazing mom for her prayer, her strength, her integrity to God, to her persistence to stand on the Word of God for that which is righteous, true, for all those nights she sat on the phone with me in prayer, for the times I know she spent in prayer for my family that I didn't know about, for encouraging me to stay strong when I was at my weakest points, for being the godly example in my life that no matter what bad path I have gone down, the conviction of God was always there. Because I knew the home I came from as I got older and see how easy it is to fall into the things of the world. I thank you for being that example to me, Mom. want to thank my dad for being a good example to me of what it is to be a hardworking man, to stay true to your responsibilities, and thank you for your amazing relationship we have built in the last 2.5 years. How far we have come. Thank you for showing your love and acknowledging my accomplishments. And to hear, I am proud of you, son, is all I needed.
I'm proud of you, son.
Love you, Dad. I want to thank my stepdad for also teaching me to be a hardworking man and to love and to trust in God. I want to thank you for all the times that we gave up and you piped up and said, no, this is not what God has intended to happen. You stood in the gap when everybody else was negative. Love you for that. I want to thank my friends that have been there for me through my life and never left me, even when I was a selfish friend. Thanks for always being there for me when I needed you just to talk. Yeah.